everyone, it's been about 2 weeks since I last filmed my makeup date. I'm looking a little tired now. It's late at night. I really, I just got in here before, hopped in the shower in case I want to put any makeup on, but we'll see. Had a little bit of a full face of makeup on earlier today, sweated through it. It's getting humid out here. And then did a full workout in it, like in a humid room. And that was rough. It was really, really good workout. Felt great. But it was one of those moments where I was like, oh, like, I think I saw myself in the mirror shortly after. I was like, it was red and sweaty and it was gross. But I also have cut my hair since then. Not that dissimilar to the last haircut I got about a year ago. I seem to only cut my hair about once a year, and it's always the same cut. Like I just haven't deviated from it. So not like huge news, but if you notice, thank you. It's just so much easier to deal with in the summer. I was thinking of keeping it long for a artistic swimming competition that I was gonna have in the fall, but that might not be happening. So I was like, it's off. And also my hair grows so fast that I probably by that time it would have been fine. But yeah, it was kind of impromptu. Like a few things happened the day that I cut where I was like, oh, I just need it off. Like, you know, kids pulling on my hair and stuff like that. Or like my hair getting in the way. Still has some of my scalp issues, so like I felt like maybe if I cut it, it'll just kind of alleviate all the excess like oil buildup and all the hair weight and stuff like that. So anyways, all that aside, my hair got cut off and it feels great. So that's that. I have a few makeup dates to go through today. I have things exiting my collection finally. It's all skincare, I think. Let me see if I have everything in front of me. I think it's like literally all skincare. Yeah, all skincare. And then a little bit of movement in my makeup collection, so I thought I would just cover that. And then we'll just kind of chit chat and yeah, it'll be good. So let's go ahead and talk. So let's do the empties first. I think that's probably the most exciting. I blitzed through this sunscreen. Actually, I'm almost done with another sunscreen as well that I've been using on me and the kids, like more out when we're outside and stuff like that. So I feature that in the next one if I remember, but I think that's a Clinique one that I bought a little while ago, last fall. And that one just ended up in my handbag. I have a different one now, which I think is more suitable, but that one, it just ended up in my handbag. So this was the one that came in the last FabFitFun, and I had shimmer in it. Like when I walked outside, I felt like I was a vampire, just like glimmering and shimmering. And I ended up mixing this with a foundation of some sort. Recently got this one, and so I was mixing these together, and that created a nice tinted sunscreen. So yeah, just this matte white packaging. I mean, if you guys know, you know, just gets really nasty. So as and also the tip was really weird, and gosh, this cap is so gross. But the tip, like somehow it was working okay at first, and then the tip got really messed up and it like jammed itself in there. So I ended up cutting off the tip, and that of course made it extra messy, especially towards the end when I had to store it upside down to get all the product out. So yeah, I don't think I would be purchasing this. I already purchased my next sunscreen, which is actually this one. A Sephora one. It was recently on sale for $5. I do not check Sephora very often anymore. It's like I might pop in for like a sample here and there, but like to actually like check online for like what's going on or like for prices and stuff like that. But I happened to be in the area and I was like, I wonder what's going on. And I checked and this was on sale for $5. And so I picked up 4 of them. Because one, it's a mineral sunscreen that says 15% zinc oxide. It's relatively like they say invisible finish, and I would agree with that. It has like a really nice thin consistency, like a moisturizer consistency, not super greasy. So I really actually like this formula. Not that I would go out of my way to get it, other than when I saw it for $5. I just happened to look out on it. So kept 2 tubes for myself. One I already gave away as a birthday present. Another one I'm going to give away for another birthday present because they have summer birthdays. And something like this is always useful. And yeah, to grab it for $5, I'm pretty excited about that. So working through my first tube now. This is like the airless pump, which I really like. And I think the cap also screws off where I could refill it, but I've since decided it's more of a hassle than it is helpful. I did that for a little while, but lately I've been more about just like how easy is it for me, and just buying a new one right now for $5 is easier for me. Okay, and then the other empties I have is this face oil. It's not really a face oil, it's an aqua oil, and the first ingredient is definitely water. Definitely has oil in it too, but yeah, I kind of put a little bit on my face right before I started filming, and it's just one of those where it's like, I don't know what this is, but I'm done with it. I picked it up at a makeup store I went to during my travels earlier this year. So really glad that this gone. It was just kind of taking up extra space. It's not that different from like a light moisturizer for me. And then this is kind of a stand-in thing, but I'm finally done with my COSRX serum. I put the last of it in here because this was just easier to store in my kind of skincare space. And yeah, it's finally done. I am now moving on to this one. If you remember from my FabFitFun, maybe not this last time, the time before, the spring box. I got this one as a surprise one, which is the Perricone MD, like their vitamin C one. It's a 2-ounce one. It's huge. And actually, when you hold these up side by side, they don't look all that different. So I have like tissue paper from like wrapping a present right below me, so sorry if you hear that noise. And honestly, like the sizes aren't that dissimilar to this being 2 ounces, this being 1 ounce. So glass bottles for you, just makeup packaging in general. And this actually fits nicely into kind of the makeup setup that I typically have. Another update so that's the last empty and update on that one. Another little update I have is on my little spray bottles in my lipstick. It's really nasty, so don't look too close. But I already had these bottles and was putting the spray nozzle of the MAC Fix Plus, but it started to really gunk up and I like did not have the patience to clean it out. So that went in the trash. But actually I found that the mister on this is like better than the gunked up version. So I've just been using that. So there is, I'm almost done, very, very close with my setting spray here. I have toner in here, which the last week has been very much like, should I get a setting spray? Should I get an SPF setting spray? Should I do this or that? But I'm like, if I just spray my toner, I think it has the effect I want it, because I never expect my makeup to last. I just want to take off the like really powdery finish I sometimes have. So I think I need to practice just holding back. I got a new toner recently, which I should have brought out the bottle. It was just something I got on discount. It's like an aloe based one. But I felt like I was missing a skincare item that could like really quickly help me take off makeup. I've been going to bed late these days. So at least something that I could like kind of wipe my face with. So toner was the answer, and I feel like toner could also maybe sub in as setting spray. So not to actually set, but more like a, you know, demattifying spray. This kind of seems counterintuitive, but whatever. So anyways, that is what's in this pink bottle now. And then this white one has always been just some alcohol. So I'm not drinking, just spraying for sanitation purposes to make sure I don't get run-ins with my chronic styes. So that's that. Also in this little thing, I've been very much enjoying my tinted lip balm, mainly this one actually. And I usually pair it on top of this Tillamook lip balm that I found randomly, like in a purse somewhere. So between these two, these are both like my clear lip balms. This is the MAC one, which is very nice to use. And then this is the SPF Tillamook one, which I've been using more in the daytime. So I basically layer those on underneath, even my tinted lipstick balms, which is like so weird. That's like how much pigment I can handle is like barely anything. So layering clear underneath balmy products is how I'm doing it. I've also been enjoying the Givenchy one too, actually. It's not actual Givenchy. No, Dolce & Gabbana. I always get the two mixed up. It's just in the packaging, but this is the Franken lipstick I have in there. So, but yeah, this one has the one that's in the Rare Beauty packaging. I don't even remember what's in here anymore. So this is the color. And then this is how much I have left. If I scroll all the way down, I don't know why I say scroll. Some people say wind it down. That's pretty much all I've left. So, and let me wind it all the way up. Or scroll it all the way up. Yeah, it's still quite a bit. It's definitely a little bit more than halfway, but I definitely, at least I feel good about making progress. So there's that. I've really not been reaching for my lip balms at all, because I have a whole thing, huge bulk thing of lip balm or lip gloss, and I just haven't been reaching for it. So that's that. Okay, let's see what else is going on. So my setting powder is almost done. It's like getting harder and harder to reach in there, and I've actually, funny enough, been using it with this huge body brush, but it's like the biggest brush that I have around, although I just pulled back out my other one. But this has been kind of fun to use, so this just been kind of sitting around right now, and I will need to make a new DIY powder soon. And let's take a look here. It looks like I have some powder bronzer in here and whatnot. Okay, so I think a quick update on my condensed makeup palette. I still reach for it, which is good. I've had some other makeup palettes in my recent projects, so I've been kind of reaching for those more. In particular, the Sephora Micro Smooth one that is, I think, in the Captivate shade, which was the darker of the two that they had. And this has been a really, really nice summer one. I actually just mix these two as like a bronzer and then mix these two as like a highlighter blush. So that's usually how I do it. And then, so my condensed makeup palette actually changed a little bit, in particular the like cream side of things. So this is all that's left that's actually attached. I do need to put in a little bit of work to, I think having my primer in here makes a lot of sense. I reached for a separate mascara, so I'm not gonna like throw that in. And then my deck of panning Joker item, which is an eyeliner, usually slides in here as well, just to remind myself to use that. I took out the eye primer that was in here because I do think it was drying out, so I have been mainly reaching for it back in here, which is a mix of everything from the past 2 years. And because I'm a little bit tanner now, this tone also works out a little bit better. I felt like I had to reach for the lighter tone, but now I can reach for both, which one of them is the bougie shade, which is quite red. And I'm really not sure how it typically works for most people, this one. So this goldish shade, I think, is a mix of a lot of things, but mixing those two together creates a much more wearable shade for me, which is over here. It doesn't look that different, but different enough where I feel comfortable wearing it day to day. The bougie shade alone was definitely a little bit hard to pull off. But I since then pulled out that eye primer since I'm reaching for that one. And I've just been able to like put on makeup at my little makeup space more often. That's helped a lot. And then I did have a cream blush in here, but I think it was too light for me during the summer. So I ended up doing like a whole mix of stuff, which I think I like, I don't have it in front of me, but I did this whole thing where I like took out some stuff from my makeup palette and put some stuff back in. So this is what this one is now. And then the section that's hollowed out there is what I put into this little lipstick tube. And there's a lot in here. But it is not lipstick. At least I will not be using it as lipstick. It is my cream blush, which is funny enough the most like, I don't know, pigmented thing that I use, despite all of my balms and lip stuff is least pigmented. So this I usually dab on, and then I have been actually reaching for my makeup sponge, dampening that and kind of really, really shearing that out. So that's worked out really well for me lately. So that's what this side kind of looks like now. Other side is mostly unchanged, but I did swap out, like there was a really, really red shade over here. And I got to the point where I was like, I don't know why I'm forcing myself to use this. I'm just going to put it aside and see if I want to like franken it. It's just not immediate, right? Like right now, frankening for me is not an immediate thing just because I have so much to work through. But continuing to just power through the gem shade here. And then I've been actually mixing these two shades. Those are a lot better to mix than like the really red one. And then these two I continue to dip in together when I do. But right now I've been reaching for that other palette that I just showed you. So that's kind of the deal there. In terms of palettes, I've also been reaching for this Viseart palette that's gifted to me by my friend Steph. Thank you. And I pulled it into my deck of panning recently, but I thought I would at least update you in case I forget to mention in my deck of panning, is that the shimmer shades were they're super pretty, but they're super soft. I don't know if you can see like the powder kick up on there. Particularly that purple one, and I don't think I did the same thing I did. But if you can tell, there's like an indent in this kind of goldish one now. It's because I actually repressed it. I just went ahead and sprayed it, like doused it with alcohol, and then pressed it down. And sure enough, it seemed like it was just really softly packed. And so now that it's more densely packed, it's actually a lot easier to use. So I thought that was an interesting little thing that I did, I guess, just to kind of improve my use of this because it is a lot easier to use now. Although it's still also just this palette doesn't quite serve all my needs. I feel like I've started to mix things kind of in an interesting fashion to kind of make it work, and I'm gonna keep playing with it, but it's not like my priority by any means. So that is that. I'm not sure what this, sorry, I just saw something in my little makeup pile here, and I'm like, I don't know what this is doing in here, so let me grab it. I don't think I need it. I think it's empty. Oh, it's like completely empty. Okay, I think I'm just gonna throw this out. I think I'm also been a little bit less patient with some of the things that haven't been working for me. So I'm finding myself just going ahead and letting them go in the trash rather than keeping them around because, oh, maybe it'll be for good Franken packaging or whatever, but just letting things go. Um, I am I was working through a lot of things very quickly, I feel like, over the last year or so. But now things have drastically slowed down. I'm like, oh, I really just don't need to burden myself with stuff like that. So, all right, anything else interesting to report? I did find this in my drawer. It's like a Dr. Pawpaw. They call it a rich mocha balm, but it's like a very brown based, like Vaseline type Aquaphor type product. But it does sheer out a little bit brown right there. And I've just been popping it on at night. I just leave it bedside. And it's a huge tube, 25 milliliters, almost an ounce. But I mainly use it on my lips, and it says multi-purpose, so I could probably use it. It says for lips, cheeks, and cosmetic finishing. With a brown, a little bit tough. So I usually don't wear this out, but I have been reaching for this a little bit, so I thought I'd mention that. And then other than that, I think that's about it. I mean, things have been going at least. I feel like I'm hopping back onto things. I feel like I'm starting to watch more videos again, which is always really nice. It helps me realize like, oh, I've been like that chaotic the past few months. I will be doing an update on my penning bingo and just kind of getting some closure on a few of the projects that I started at the beginning of the year. And now that we're halfway through the year, like literally today, I'm filming this on June 30th. And we're like in the last half hour of the day, where I think I just need to get some closure on some projects and kind of maybe just talk through the future plans of my channel, or at least what I think might be happening. So stay tuned for that. So I'm going to film that now. But thank you so much for watching this makeup date. I guess I didn't end up doing anything on my face. I just wanted to talk, I think. But I'm just glad, really glad to see that things are moving in my collection, and that things that I've been kind of been reaching for things that I've been enjoying and experimenting a little bit. So that's been really fun again. Even just like the other day, I was like, oh, I'm washing my makeup brushes. Like I haven't done that in a long time. Like, okay, I think I'm getting back to some things which I really enjoy. And it's just, I feel like I've just been doing a lot of that lately, is especially coming out of the really chaotic season over the last few months, where I'm like, I just need to find things that I really enjoy and things that really center me and things that really ground me, essentially. And some of that is makeup. I wouldn't say a lot. Some of that is makeup and just having that routine and reaching for these familiar things day to day. But even just getting back to reading, getting back to reading the Bible, especially, and doing my best to just kind of make sure I'm like, yeah, just be grounded in a lot of those ways, even like reconnecting, and even in my marriage and with my kids and all that stuff too. So I think it's just been really nice to kind of take a step back from the chaos and that, okay, these are the things that really matter to me, and I need to make sure these are in at least good spots, and that I feel really good about them. And then I'll be heading back to the chaos soon, but I think it will be good in its own way. So at least it'll be a lot easier to handle once I have kind of the grounding bits sorted out, if you know what I mean. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.